everyone, and welcome back to Empire Total War 2 with this Polish-Lithuanian campaign. Today is the year, I should say, is 1734, and today we're gonna take on the Ottomans. But before, I just want to show what's going on in Italy. So I haven't actually got Naples to revolt against me. Somehow, I guess they want to stay within the empire, which is odd. The Pope, though, has risen. Innocent the First, I believe he's called. And he is refusing to become vassal. I even, at one point, offered him to almost give up my entire catalogue of technology, in addition to 20,000 gold, yet he refused. So I'm currently laying siege, and I'm gonna see if I can persuade him to... He certainly wants peace because he's asked for it, but he is not willing to become a protectorate, and I guess I'll have to burn the entire place down to force him to become a protectorate. The bastard. With that, no fleet has not come online yet, so because I was hoping that my fleet would be ready by this time, but I feel like it's not, especially since it's split in two areas, and I wouldn't get the full force in on the enemy at the same time. The reason why we're prematurely starting this is because the Ottomans are on the move. So this full stack, it's a full stack of 40 units, is on its way. So we're gonna have to stop it before it goes in rampaging through Bulgaria. So my full stack is gonna move to intercept him. We've got two of these 32-pounder heavy horse howitzers. It's interesting, it says 24-pounder, but in the actual description it says 32, so I'm not entirely sure what we'll make of that. And then I've got 4 of these 24-pounders, in addition to the 6-pounder horse artillery that I've got. Is it this army that has Kirkman's? Which army is it that has? Is it this one that has Kirkman? Yeah, this one has Kirkman's gunners. I wasn't sure where they ended up, since we haven't been playing with them for a while. Right, so it looks like I'm not sure. I would hope that we could drag everyone into a huge battle, but that looks like that's not going to be the case. Maybe if I march in, that one of these forces will intercept me, but we'll see. Anyways, onwards to war as Pavel Olympic marches his army to meet the Ottomans. Let's see, are they getting reinforced? Yes, they are getting reinforced, but only from the town, which seems, it's kind of hard to tell, but I would gather that it's about 3,000 men. I don't think it's 8,000, which could also be an option, but I think it's about 3,000. And then the army that we're actually facing right at the start here is an army comprised of almost 10,000 men. But I would say it's a rather weak army. The Ottomans are definitely lacking in technology. I would imagine I would see a lot better troops from them by now. But we are not. But enough discussing of this. We won't know for sure until we actually fight the battle. So let's go ahead and do just that. This is gonna be a little bit dicey. I have sent forwards my new cannons, the new 24-pounders. And the Ottomans have decided to send their cavalry in first. I should have expected that. I've set the cannons to fire canister to make sure that they are indeed firing at the closest enemy units. Let's get the other 2 batteries going. Hopefully this will hold off some of the Ottoman cavalry. I've devised so that we have the meat and potato line infantry. I'm going to set up in the center. Then on the flanks, on this flank, we've got the Dylan regiments, followed up by the Lithuanian riflemen. It's going to set up here. And then on the other side, we've got the member guard infantry units, membership guard infantry units, followed up by the Nekasov infantry. Currently, I do not dare move any more cannons forward. We do have the howitzers moving in over here. We've seen off guard Mamluks. They seem to be actually kind of standoffish here against the artillery. I think they kind of find an area where they can advance pretty close to the guns. This is what the cannon crews look like. I don't think we're gonna have the same luck in having a very standoff-ish enemy on this side. So we should organize the troops as soon as possible, as I don't want to be facing all this heavy cavalry. What I think we'll do is we'll have the guards there and we'll take one of the Nekosovs to form a square on the edge, as it looks like the enemy is trying to go around. I want a full volley of this regiment, if I could get that, before they go ahead and form square. Actually, Nekosov could form line and fire from over there. The hussars setting up behind. They're just pushing through into the next line, forcing that one into square as well. But now the lines are kind of set. Damn you. Oh, yes. Hold the guns, if you please. God damn it. I was hoping I'd be able to move them. I guess that's a permanent artillery position then. They did try. I thought they were gonna go ahead and try and force their way through and suicide charge, and that's exactly what they did. Oh, the cavalry attack increases. It multiplies. Hio's regiment has been almost completely overrun. They lost half manpower due to all this Ottoman cavalry. And much of the other line infantries had suffered similar fates here, as this side is heavily beset by Ottoman cavalry. I am not too happy with the position we currently hold here. There's a ridge, if you can see, that goes through here, which kind of splits the lines, which isn't great. Oh, here comes another bloody cavalry unit that decides to stand right in front of the guns. Looks like the enemy is focusing a lot here, though, which will allow me to send out the Dylan Brigade and open up for the Lithuanians to take place there. But let's go back here, because we are heavily attacked by multiple Ottoman cavalry units, and now there are Armenian archers come into play. We need to drop the squares, and I don't think we need the Nekosovs as reinforcements anymore. Good God, I need to just sweep these guys away. I forget about the cavalry. Hit the Armenian archers. Let's see if we can't get rid of them. Time to set up the howitzers and allow them to fire, and I'm gonna have the 6-pounders fire above my lines. Where are you going? Back into line, please. I must have ordered them to attack the enemy. Right, this battery needs to be replaced because of its position. Okay, soon enough we'll see explosions all over the place. My hussars have successfully sent a lot of those Armenian archers packing, which is great. Oh, here comes the explosive shots. Although currently they're not firing explosive shells, they're firing round shot. It'll be important that I note where I'm firing these shots, because there's a high risk, of course, of me firing into my own troops if I'm not careful. I'm not sure where to move this one as of yet, but I'm thinking as these guys move forward, I'll be able to move this gun up here and then fire onto these. Let's see if we can't get a little bit of an advance going here, and with the rest. The guard brigade suffered heavily. Let's see if I can withdraw these and then get these the Nekosov brigade up onto the side here. I'm gonna reorder these to fire on the cavalry back there. Soon enough we'll see the explosive shots. I'm thinking we'll focus on these guys moving over here. Canister certainly dealt with whatever the Ottomans were sending forth here. And unfortunately you'll have to hold where you are for now. Let's see, here comes the explosive shots. The enemy is walking in to the worst of my fire. Let's see if we can organize the Dillon Brigade to face that way. Sounds like archers. The Armenian archers are back. Before the Nekosov blocks the hussars, they should actually move out ahead of that. Right, they moved away, so the 6-pounders should focus in on other troops right about here. The center line is a little bit weak. The 16th Regiment suffered heavily. We might switch the howitzer targets now. What is this? Is this a melee unit coming forward? No, it's not. These guys continuously walking into canister. Even though it looked pretty nasty to start off with. I don't want my hussars to tangle with the Ottoman cavalry. Head-on charges is not the best. You know what? I want you to focus in on that one right there. And then the 6-pounders can focus on the hill. Canister can continue to go this way. Slight angle, shift. I don't know. Maybe it's better to deploy this one again, because we're not going anywhere fast here as they're sending in troops. I thought they were dragging more troops towards this area, which they've actually hit pretty hard. Are they firing at my hussars? I'm gonna move them slightly back even further. Okay, now howitzer targets should be among this cluster of 4 regiments right there. The enemy is trying to climb the hill towards where the batteries are situated, which seems like a really bad thing to do. Maybe I should specifically target an area. Why are you firing on the troops that are actually close? Unleash a devastating volley down the hill. The Armenian archers are broken, just so that this unit doesn't follow them. It's interesting how the enemy switched. Like, the main point of attack started off here, but now they're clearly going after my artillery hill, which seems like a really bad idea, especially given the most of the units here are now routing to the point where we're gonna hold the guns and order the cavalry forward. I will redirect the fire of these guns to over here. We'll pass the guns before I start the charges here. This one, I'm pretty sure we're gonna run them all down. Seems like we took a few cannons with us. Let's get the hussars in around here quickly to seal the deal and make sure that as few of these retreating troops as possible get it out alive. Initial success by the Ottoman army has led them to, I guess, be a little bit overconfident overall, as they're now in full retreat all over the place. And now it's all about chasing them down. Hold fire. All artillery fire. Then we should probably hold musket fire as well. And now it's all about directing these to the right areas. And make sure as few as possible make it out alive. And with that, I am confident in declaring this battle a stunning victory. Here's the result of the battle, including the reinforcement. The Ottomans deployed a whopping 13,000 men against my 9,000. They ended up losing 8,500 men during the battle, while we lost 1,100, actually 1,200, given it's only 4 people difference. We have 8,000 men remaining against 4,600 of the Ottomans. Interesting enough, they only killed 700 of us, while we lost almost 1,200 men. That's close to the 450 men that we apparently killed ourselves. Not entirely sure if that could be accurate. No unit really went in front of the cannons, although the howitzers was spraying shot all over the place, so maybe that could be true. When it comes down to it, we have one of the new 24-pounder heavy horse guard artillery, killing 638, and then we've got hussars, winged hussars, and hussars killing a lot as they chase down a lot at the end here, and then a lot of the cannons probably should move, upgrade I should say, the 2 member units that I have, Kirkman's gunners, and if we can find the battery that we're looking for, yeah, 14th battery Cole's Cop, which haven't been upgraded in quite a while. They should probably be moved over to new artillery pieces, so 24-pounder horse artillery for both of them. Now that puts it so that we have quite a few membership units in this specific army, but I think that will work for this, like taking out this. But then once we head towards Russia, I'll have plenty of time to reorganize my armies, and in so splitting or putting the membership units back into the different areas. I wonder actually, should I double the membership units and give each one of them a ship as well? Like this is his ship, or should people request ships? For Poland it would be silly to request a ship since we've had like 1 naval battle, but that could be a thing. Although once you are able to respond to this, the campaign might be over, or we might be heading to Russia, so could be something to think about in the future. Membership units could get ships as well. With that said, we're out of moves, so we'll have to end turn before we head towards Constantinople, which is now open. There's no one there defending it. Also, it said the 4,000 men survived. I doubt all of these cavalry units contain 4,000 men. So I think additional troops died after the battle. It's also, we do have the ability, we do have quite the extensive recovery chance because of technology like this one, but I'm pretty sure there is technologies here that also provide increased recovery chance, and it might be that the general as well has surgeon increase another 10%. So even though we might have lost 1,200 men, I'm sure some of those were recovered. I don't think that shows in the statistics. Anyways, let's go ahead and end turn and see if we can actually come to a final battle, for now anyways, against the Ottomans, as we're set to take the capital. I've specifically built a school here in Palermo just to upset the Napolees, if that's what you might call them, just to have them rebel against me. Now I'm hoping this does not turn into a grey area, that it actually turns into a kingdom, maybe Kingdom of Two Sicilies or whatever this will turn up to be. But hopefully that's the case. Otherwise, I guess I'll go down, retake it, then offer it to the Pope in exchange for his vassalship. Which, at that point, I figure he should take, since he would hold a large part of Italy. Anyways, that's not our concern right now. Our concern is to go after the Ottomans. Now, unfortunately, as per usual, they have split their forces, put them all over the place. I want to meet the main force. I'm wondering, I can't actually reach that. The only thing I can reach is to attack the city, which means that a high part of the enemy's army is going to be just a trickle of reinforcements, which is really the worst kinds of battle. So I'm hoping they would have put more effort into actually coming out to meet me, but you can't get everything, can you? So they're gonna get 14,000 men in reinforcements. Gonna start off with about 5,000, so we're almost looking at an army of 20,000 enemies. Which means that the battle will take forever if I let it run out. What I think though is they'll have a hard time actually this is below 20 even. So they will be starting to receive reinforcements right off the bat. So it won't be like I'll be able to defeat the main first army and then win the battle through that. Unfortunately. There's going to be a lot of cavalry trickling in throughout this, because the main force has a lot of this different cavalry that we need to keep an eye on. I don't know, did they abandon there's the hand mortars. I thought they might have abandoned the hand mortars, since I can't see that many of them, but they've put them in a specific army. Right. The favor is not in mine. The favor is not mine, but I would say this grossly underestimates the power of the human mind. Starting off this with a hell of a bombardment against the Ottoman position, as we have massed quite an extensive array of artillery, focusing in on silencing the Ottoman cannons. We've got these stupid mortars. Interesting enough, when I fight the Austrians, they never attack however big or small their army is. But here, when the Ottomans attack, the Ottomans seems to not care about the fact that they're supposedly broken and wouldn't be able to attack because of the fact that I've got 40 stack armies. In this case, the armies are smaller, so they should be able to attack. But it's interesting how that is. Right. I didn't think the Ottomans were going to attack, so I was thinking I could sit here, shoot down quite a lot of the enemy army, so we don't have to go through and fight all of them. But they are advancing. Currently they're advancing towards this side. So we're gonna send up the Nekrasov and the guard infantry, the membership guard infantry units. Perfect that it goes like from the larger one to the smaller, to a little bit smaller to the smallest. And that one is in the middle, closest to the fighting. Not having great luck at shooting at the mortars, so as you can see I'm focusing in on targeting the infantry as that moves forward. I'm trying to hit as many of them as possible instead. Also, I definitely put the hussars on the wrong side, since we have a perfect target to quickly get rid of that one. Actually, I don't need to send all the hussars, I just need to send the one with the least amount of troops. Oh, they're targeting my winged hussars. The winged hussars should... You know what, let's just switch position. The winged hussars move to that side. The hussars move to that side. Also, I've got a lot of troops now out of line. We're still gonna have the meat and potato behind all the cannons to protect them. But it could be good. I mean, the Lithuanian riflemen can form square, so that's not a big problem. Instead, we're gonna have the Dylan Brigade move around and come and join the troops over here. The impossible terrain means that we are anchored. This line is anchored with these hills and the artillery over there, which is perfect. I want these guns now to start turning, firing on these, and the same with the mortar, firing on the lead unit here. Can you fire on the cavalry? And you continue to fire. Actually, there's a cavalry unit far out there that you can hit. Bloody camel gunners. Oh, they did have a possibility of getting up here and shooting down at us, but the unit that I sent up there was Islamic swordmen. Which is not exactly the unit that he's going to be able to, unless they carry pistols, which could be an option for them. Currently we've got tons of shot coming down at the enemy. I'm gonna tell these two to refocus fire, and they'll focus at the closest unit, which is the Islamic swordmen. Can we get... I'm a little bit... The thing that worries me a little bit is that I'll be forgetting to switch target for the guns, and one stupid gun will just fire up the side of it and just absolutely wreck all sort of friendly guns. Right, hussars, I want you all the way out there. Oh, the swordmen attacked. It's heavy fighting, but it looks like we are holding the line. Combat slightly winning. Like, it's definitely a heavy fight. We've lost over 100 men. Yeah, we lost 110 men, but we did hold the line. So the 30th Regiment did hold the line, which is good. This howitzer shots that are come in now, they kind of explode early and to the to the flank. So I wonder if I order them to target the ground here, if we'll get a better amount of shot in. Then the 6-pounders should probably be able to fire up the sides here and just absolutely do catastrophic damage. I wonder, the units here have kind of stopped advancing. I'm just gonna put cavalry's easy target for cannons, especially when they're just standing still. So I'll specifically order my 12-pounders to deal with that. Hussars can now go after the mortars. Need to be a little bit careful as we move across here, as they've certainly got bombs, like always. I think the mortar shots might have worked better now. The Ottomans are definitely doing a concentrated attack in this area. And the thing is, like, all my guns are, you know, guns that we can quickly move. So I could take a position along here and just absolutely shoot up the side and destroy them. The Islamic swordmen are once again up onto the hill. Maybe they'll figure out how to throw the swords down from the hill, down upon us. I would not want to stay here. I'm surprised the enemy is The enemy troops are holding on. Oh. Not the bloody hand mortars again. I'm gonna order Gilly Flowers, which no longer is a hand mortar, to bayonet charge that unit. Heos is too weak. He's got too few troops. So I'm gonna order in Jipilu to support there so we can get a proper amount of bodies onto that. Oh, they've got hand mortars up on the hill now. That's not good. Do a secondary attack. You know what? Hold fire, and we'll now go ahead and switch the entire thing up. Let's go ahead and the mortars can stay, but all the other guns will start to switch. I'm surprised they're still standing here. Have the winged hussars arrived? They're pretty close. I want to kill that hand mortar first. There we go, we did it. Guard units back. And then now the Nekrasov will all move back while the winged hussars move into position. Actually, we should move these guys as well. So all the 12 pounders are now reorganizing. Or the 24 pounders, I should say. We'll order them to set up along the road. The meat and potato line infantry will move up as guards. And then we'll order the howitzers up as well. Might as well move the 6-pounders as well. Okay, we're getting shot in the back, which is not great. I'm thinking the guard units here will actually go ahead and move like that. Hussars, quickly move here and that'll take out the mortar from shooting at my bloody hussars. And then we'll see about opening up for a charge by the winged hussars here. Smashing through what's ever left of the Ottomans here after barrage and heavy gunfire. And here goes the charge. The winged hussars. Ooh, that was a nasty shot. But looks like their troops are faltering. Quite a bit of reinforcements coming up from up there. Could be that we should angle the cannons a bit. And it might not even be worth now to move these, as I think the winged hussars will kind of deal with this entire force over here. Let's go ahead and spread the guard units back out again. Got hand mortars on the hill that needs to be dealt with. And I'll order the Nekrasov to advance. Oh! Enemy cavalry. Shit. That's the hussars. I don't know if they're gonna do too well. I'm gonna move one hussar around. See about attacking from the side there. Order the 6-pounders to deploy. Attack them from the back. Hussars probably took quite a bit of damage. But they did win. Okay, so it was still an armored lancer unit. So a little bit surprised that we managed to win that fight still. Oh yeah, the guns are now focusing in on the enemy artillery, which is not great target, especially since I'm sending my hussars there right now. 9 men left. I don't think they'll be able to operate any mortars. So let's move back. Winged hussars turn down here. Get Nekosovs to set up like that. You kind of firing through the... and then Dylan has now arrived. The Dylan Brigade will be deployed in the back. Alright, the hussars pulling back. Focus in on the troops right there. I wonder now, actually, because there's so much cavalry and it seems to be coming down through there, and enemy units over there, that I should in fact order most of the meat and potato line infantry brigade to set up against the town. We still have the cannons back here, and I can order forward the Lithuanian riflemen. We've got all 3 winged hussars here able to go through. Okay, advance up. Start gaining ground here. And then Dylan back here. Yeah, they're gonna come out through the town. You will hold fire and switch to canister to fire at whatever is closest. Will they have time to fire on these guys before they strike? God damn it, this battery then, unfortunately, will not be moved. Thing is though, the rest of the batteries firing straight through, absolutely destroying the 2 cavalry units. Oh, we're getting bombarded here. Of course, it's the smaller ones of the Nekosovs. I'm ordering the winged hussars to swing around. You keep marching, because, well, you can charge, but you'd probably end up losing even more men. I feel like these troops are... these cannons are now shooting into friendly units. I wonder... It's all cavalry and stuff. Maybe I should send one of my units to actually take the main house there. Maybe not right just now, right now. That could be a little bit dangerous. You can get back on your guns, and then all the line infantry will be set to fire at will again, except maybe you. Fire on this. You will be firing at will, and all of these will form square just to hold off the cavalry. The winged hussars got their hand mortars, but at this point I feel like they're very much spent, and we must kind of hold the troops a little bit because they're all over the place. The thing about it now is to deal with all the reinforcements. I will reposition my army to deal with that, and I'll get back to you guys. It seems like this is it. There weren't really any more attacks coming in after this. We've got this concentration of troops which is now moving down, but it's already under heavy bombardment, because I don't really have anything else to fire at. Although I do note that this unit right here needs to move into square, and the hussars need to come into aid. But literally I've ordered every single one of my gun to focus in on this, except for the broken down one over here. Also, I should say, as I was moving these guns into place, a enemy cavalry unit managed to somehow sneak through all of that, all of my lines and shit, and killed one of my batteries, unfortunately. So that one was lost. Let's see. My hussars can continue through and get rid of that, and then... Oh, you know what? There are a bit more. But they're all coming down through here. And currently... This is not a great spot. They would actually need to march up a little bit to get in a better spot. They also, like the guard units, kinda need to rest as well. Because they've, like, been through most of the fighting. So I would really try to replace them if I could with one of the other units, but seems like that is a little bit too late right now. And also let's make sure that we don't shoot our own troops. I did have some really nasty friendly fires. I don't know where it was. I think it might have been here. We had a howitzer shot land right in the middle of one of these units. And just absolutely caved the unit in. Probably 100 men died just through that one explosive round. So that was quite unfortunate. Let's focus the bouncing shots up through the guys that are coming in here. The howitzers can continue bombarding these guys. And oh yeah, these cannons. Fire somewhere over there. Look at what I've done to this part of the town. Or just the town in general, I should say. Like this, half the town is destroyed. Oh, have I ordered some of these not to fire at will? God, we've missed out on so many kills, but I guess now we get a massive volley erupting through all of this. Oh yeah, the mortar shots might be landing a bit too close here. Why aren't you firing at the ones straight bloody hell ahead of you? Do I dare? Maybe with the pounders back here, I dare fire on them, which are closer. Are they still coming in, troops? I don't think so. Doesn't feel like it. I don't think the hand mortars are that effective. The way they're firing here, most of the shots are missing, so I'm not going to go out of my way to try and charge these guys down. Not entirely sure why they're clumping together like this, but this is definitely a target for the round shot guns to try and fire up through. And then the howitzers can focus in on that. Actually, we do have a very nicely rounded target in this area. It's some sort of old vengeance against gillyflowers here. Why they're focusing in on this one unit right here. Ooh! I just noticed a shot that bounced up straight through air, killing loads of enemies. Wonderful. Yeah, it kind of looks like there are coming in a few more units. Most of this is not really part of the battle anymore. It's kind of weird maybe to move them into the town, but there isn't many more areas to move into. More and more of these stupid hand mortars. I guess it's time to send in the winged hussars. The artillery will focus on the archers all the way up here as the winged hussars don't really want to run into our own artillery fire. And let's see if we can't get this started before the before gilliflowers is completely annihilated. I think I can just have the enemy kind of sweep through, or the enemy, have my cavalry kind of sweep through in the back here. And that'll probably be enough to break a lot of these hand mortars and stuff. Gilliflowers decides to actually move out of line even to get even closer to the enemy. There we go. Let's focus in on this one. The enemy archers being forced by the cavalry to run straight into our lines. Let's have the winged hussars head out of the way of danger. I think they're deploying spikes, so there might be more spikes deployed out here. Let's have you move to the side. And then get the 3 winged hussars out that way. Focus the barrage over here. And then what we have here is an unexpected massive bayonet attack. I think it's high time to tell these cannons to hold fire. The risk is simply too high here for friendly fire. Oh, both of these are now advancing. That's not necessary. Any more no more hand mortars, I hope. Now it looks like. Now I can say that there's no more enemy reinforcements. We still have a stupid hand mortar over here. Oh no, there are more. But at this point, I would say, like, you know, they're not going to win the battle at this point. It's quite clear that we are going to win it, so I will call this a victory. Well, this battle really dragged out, didn't it? I couldn't show you all of it because it was so massive, but we ended up fighting all the way over here and then worked our way up the hillside, up through here, and then now ending it on the other side of town. Literally fought all the way across the map, basically. And now there are just a handful of units left. It went to the point where actually one of my famed winged hussars actually broke and left. They had 14 men left, and at that point it was just too much. Let's go ahead and see if we can't end this battle by taking down those devilish hand mortars. probably one of the worst battles in terms of the amount of casualties sustained. Now when I look at it, I think that Hussar unit was actually completely destroyed. So in this battle we lost 2 units completely destroyed. One of the artilleries, which is easily enough happened, but the winged Hussars, that's a lot worse to have one of those units utterly destroyed. But then again, take a look at what we have deployed against the enemy. So what the enemy deploys and what we have deployed. We deploy around 8,000 men against 20,000 of the enemy. We ended up losing 3,000, which is almost half our army. But the enemy loses a whopping 15,000 soldiers that die in this battle. That is quite spectacular, I must say. When it comes down to it, winged Hussars kills 1,300. The one that only has 14 left killed 1,100. Then the other one 1,000. Followed by Lithuanian riflemen, which I'm kind of surprised because they didn't come into it until the very end. The 6-pounder horse artillery killed a lot. The 24-pound heavy horse artillery. And then the Nekosovs. And then the Hussars. The howitzers didn't kill that many, but I'm not entirely sure all their kills are accounted for. Because there is kind of the discrepancy here of what the enemy lost and I killed. So over 2,000 men are unaccounted for, because I killed 13,000 and they lost 15,000. And I very much doubt that they team killed 2,000 of their own. That seems quite harsh. Same also that I would have... the fact that I would have killed 1,000 of my own isn't that surprising, seeing as though I had some really terrible howitzer shots that killed like 100 man each. But there we have it. We have now secured Constantinople. Peace with the Ottomans will follow. I very much doubt that the Ottomans are interested in continuing this conflict after such a battle. It's going to take forever for me to keep this down. So once we're actually able to go against the Russians, we might look at least 1 or 2 years from now. So maybe 1736 or something like that. We are ready to go at the Russians. I will... oh yeah, now I completely forgot about the naval battle. There will be... I mean, I will be able to reorganize the navy, and I'm sure the Ottomans will declare war on us again to assault us. So there will be other opportunities to actually have a major fleet battle. But that kinda sucks that I won't be able to get this one, because I felt like, because these ships are awful and most of their other fleets or ships are sort of brought down quite a bit in terms of manpower, it would be so easy for me to have this newly formed fleet just run into this one and completely destroy it. Trained gained. Brave soldier. Yes, the soldiers were definitely brave in this battle to continue fighting. Shame about the winged hussars, though. Anyways, is that a new unit? Semensky. I also want to see... one thing that I'm kind of regretting now is that I didn't hold Rome for longer. I could have definitely recruited a Roman battalion or a Roman regiment or division. No, not division. What am I talking about? Brigade. I have played too much Empire today. It's time for me to go. So, as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.